Thank you very much. Everyone, good evening. My name is Chiaretta Giordani. I'm from Italy, and I'm writing my PhD dissertation at Tel Aviv University regarding the food security of indigenous people from an international human rights perspective. Indigenous people are native people of a specific area. According to the UN reports, they count 370 millions, and they are divided in 5,000 distinct groups with their own heritage. Unfortunately, the 2015 report of the Special Rapporteur of Indigenous People Rights explained that Indigenous people from all over the world are more inclined to suffer from health problems, crime, malnutrition, and other human rights violations. In specific, my dissertation focuses on their food security and try to find a legal solution to provide food security of indigenous people in the long term, so much more stable. Anthropology and sociology teach us that there is an erroneous belief when a government's food program considers only the nutritional aspect of food, focuses only on calories. Nutritional anthropologists show that there are other several dimensions surrounding the concept of food intake, and they are economy, environment, spirituality, culture, and socio-psychology. And all these dimensions should be taken in account when it comes to protect the right to food and the food security of all human beings. However, the modern capitalistic food system is more inclined to choose quantity over quality, jeopardizing the food security of thousands of ethnic groups and survival of their ethnicity. And I explain why. Using nutritional anthropology and sociology literature, I show how traditional food play a vital role in feeding the member of communities and shape their identity. And I mean all human beings. But in the context of indigenous people, because they are much more connected to land and their history, this bond is much more stronger. So traditional food normally provides all the nutrients necessary for a balanced diet, but also fortify their identity. So for instance, for example, when I'm talking about immigrants or when I'm looking for immigrants, they are trying to look for traditional food, not only because it's a known food, but also because connect with their ancestors, collect their emotion of fear, struggle, of escapes, for example. In addition, with the support of medical data of indigenous member of Native America, I'm also using medical data from Inuit in Canada and Maoris in New Zealand. I show how the relocation in urban areas from ancestral lands and reserves to, as I said, human urban areas, and so a switch from traditional food to Western diet, because, for example, the access to traditional food has been totally denied or limited, can cause an increment of obesity, cardiovascular disease, glucose intolerance, and loss of identity, with a much higher risk of suicide. So medical data and the anthropological literature provide me the basis to claim that there is a need to traditional food or cultural food under the legal obligation of a state member to protect human dignity and self-determination. The right to traditional food obviously provide positive effects, not only from a nutritional aspect, but also to maintain a cultural heritage, biodiversity, and provide a major local control over the lands and the natural resources. So this obviously can have a positive impact on the environment and sustainability.